Hi, let's do yoga. Hope you're all well today. And we're going to start today seated, of course, as usual, and with our breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice, long, deep breaths. We're going to bring our hands to where they're most comfortable, soles of the feet together. Lengthen the spine, bring the shoulders up, and then roll them onto your back. Good. Making that breath 2 to 3 times longer than your normal breath. And as you do that, I'll give you some information about the flow. Our spotlight today will be on the yoga squat. Yeah, I think you will enjoy that. And if not, you'll learn to do it and breathe through it. And also, our theme is to project goodness and love, success, happiness, hope, and any other good and loving feelings to other people, to circumstances. So I often talk to people who are worried, anxious about certain things that are not going well in their life or maybe in the life of a loved one. And I'm recommending here that instead of wringing our hands and being anxious and staying up all night, that you take some time and project love, happiness, success, and many of those other things that you want for that person or for that situation. Imagine those things happening, being real, and giving thanks for them, having gratitude for them. This will do so much for you, and it will project some good things into the future for other people involved. As you inhale, let's bring the arms up overhead, gazing up, reach and stretch. Gaze up. And as you exhale, folding forward, reaching for the toes, pushing the hips back, keeping the spine straight. Inhale, come back up, arms come up overhead, gaze up. As you exhale, right hand comes behind you, left hand forward, gazing past the right fingers. Maybe we'll wiggle the fingers here. And then let's just grab opposing elbows. Yeah. And let's take the chin and bring it down toward the chest and then out toward the front. Notice the little crinkling that might be going on here with your neck. And coming back to the side and then down and back to the front. Good job. Let's do it one more time. To the side, down, and to the front. And then let's turn toward the front. Bring the arms up overhead, gaze up. And as you exhale, that left hand comes down and out behind you. Wiggle the fingers. Let's clasp opposing elbows and bring the chin down and to the front and down and to the side. And let's do that 2 more times with your breath. Nice and slow, no rush. Good. And then when you're ready, facing forward, bring the hands down and behind you. Straighten out the legs. Let your fingers face behind you. And then just move the hands back about a foot from your hips. Open up the chest and gaze up. Bring your shoulder blades together. Point your toes here. Good. Nice. Breathe. And then come back to seated. We're going to bring our legs nice and wide. You can grab your big pillow or your bolster. Mine happens to be a bolster. Doesn't matter. Bring it between your legs. Yeah, push your heels forward. Toes are up, facing towards you. Straighten out that spine, and then as you exhale, fold forward, reaching forward. Nice. Feel the inner thighs stretching. Turn the toes outward. Now let's point your toes and flex the feet. Notice the difference between one and the other. Good. Make sure you're keeping your spine nice and straight. Good. Nice. Going back and forth between flexing and pointing the feet. Just be curious as to how that changes the muscles that are engaging and releasing. Good. And then inhale, come up to center, and let's bring that pillow or bolster out of the way. Cross your legs in front of you and coming into a kneeling position on your hands and knees. Inhale, the arms come up overhead, gaze up. Beautiful. As you exhale, let's bring the hands down and out behind you. Bring the forehead to the mat. Hips come back towards your heels and just let yourself lay here. Inhale, come back up. We're going to change this into a sunrise. So open up the arms, let the sun shine and smile. Gaze up, lift your chest up. As you exhale, sunset. Bring the hands toward your feet and fold your body up like an accordion. Let the day end with a relaxing pose. Forehead comes to the mat. Inhale for sunrise. Exhale for sunset. So notice here the opposites. Sunrise, sunset. And then inhale, come back into a kneeling position. Bring the palms together at heart center. Now let's bring that right foot forward. Yeah, and then gazing forward. And let's bring your foot so that it's sideways and the knee is pointing outward. So we're going to do winged dragon. And we will need a block. So we should have said that first, but no problem. Just grab your block, then put your foot back where it was on the right side with the knee pointing outward. And then bring your block down. Bring your hands to the block and elbows are bent. Yeah, maybe bring the elbows all the way down to the block. Maybe you don't. Winged dragon. Breathe. So it's a bit of an uncomfortable pose for some. I know it is for me. So let's breathe into it. We're all in this together. And then let's place your hands on the block. Place your foot down. Let's get rid of the block. Bring your hands down next to your foot. And then curl the left toes under for a runner's lunge. Gazing forward. You take your right hand and put it outside your foot. Push that left heel back. Place that left hand down and inhale the right arm up for a dragonfly. Beautiful. Gazing up, softening the right wrist. As you exhale, that right hand comes down, and then inhale, we're going to come up into crescent. Gazing up. Beautiful. So if it's difficult for you to gaze up, you can always gaze forward on crescent. No problem. It's a little better for balance. So no problem. You're still going to get the same thing out of this. And then as you exhale, let's swish the hands down and out behind you. Inhale, slowly come back up. Exhale, whoosh. Inhale, slowly come back up. Exhale, whoosh. Inhale, slowly come back up. As you exhale, come into warrior two. Right knee stays bent. Left toes face the long end of the mat. Arms come out to a T, gazing past your right fingers. Nice. Good. Let's straighten that right leg just to kind of give it a little break here because we've been using it a lot. And then go back into warrior two. Let's straighten it out and go back. Straighten it out and go back. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Right arm over the right ear, gaze up. Left hand down your thigh or behind your hips, pushing them gently forward. Dip a little bit more toward the left, keeping that right arm nice and straight. As you exhale, extended side angle. Right forearm to the right thigh. Inhale the left arm over the left ear. Gaze up toward those left fingers. Breathe. Inhale. Come up to standing, arms in a T. Let's straighten out that right leg. Bring the right toes up and down. And up and down. It's really trying to be mindful here. Good. And then reach the right arm out and down to the knee, shin or floor. Inhale the left arm up, gazing up for triangle. Opening up the chest, stacking the shoulders. Good. And then inhale, come back up into sky archer. Right arm up and over the right ear. Gaze up. As you exhale, arms come out to a T. And let's turn both toes toward the long end of the mat. Take a deep breath. Let this be your star pose. Think of yourself as a big, beautiful star. Good. Now let's walk the feet in just a little bit more so that they're just a little wider than your hips and the toes are pointed outward. Exhale, bring your palms together at heart center. And we're going to come into a yoga squat. So in order to prepare for that, I request that you get a block and put it right behind where your hip is going to fall. Yeah. Or I shouldn't say fall, but your hip is going to come down to that. And then as you exhale, bring the hips down. Maybe they touch onto the block and you sit on it. And then you bring your elbows inside your knees, gazing forward. Good. Now if you want, and you know you can just take that block away and maybe your hips come down a little bit farther. Good. Beautiful. Smile. So this is our spotlight pose. Remember, elbows are inside the knees. Your gaze is forward. Your toes can be pointed outward, but they don't have to be. And then as you exhale, bring your hands to the mat and straighten out the legs. Gaze behind you. Push those hips back and up. Take a deep breath here. Let's hold opposing elbows and let your head hang. Let the knees bend slightly. And let all tension, anxiety release. Let it all go. As you inhale, replace the negative with the positive. As you inhale, come all the way up to standing, arms overhead, gazing up. Exhale to Samastitihi. Beautiful. Now we're going to do some balancing poses. So anytime I do balancing poses, or at any time at all, if you have another pose that you would rather do, you can do that, okay? So let's start with the left foot down and rooting into the mat as if roots were growing out of your left foot, okay? And then inhale, the right knee comes up. Beautiful. And sometimes it takes a moment. And let your eyes rest on a non-moving space or object. That gaze is called your drishti. It's kind of like looking through things rather than at them. And then we're going to go into airplane pose. So bringing the right sole of the foot to the inside of your left calf or your thigh. Just make sure it's not on the knee. And your right knee is facing toward the right. Good. And then let's let those branches out and flow. So beautiful in the fall with our branches being, or our trees and leaves being so many different colors. I know it's just magnificent. As you exhale, let's bring the palms together at heart center and bring that right foot down. Shake the feet out. And now we're going to, again, root that left foot down and we're going to wrap the right foot around the left for eagle pose. Bring the arms out in front of you. And so the right leg is around the left. And we're going to bring the left arm in front of the right. Palms come together at the top. Good. So you can stay like this, or you can bend your knees for eagle pose, keeping the elbows up. Breathe. And then as you exhale, let's let everything go. Maybe do some circles with the arms going back and then going forward. Good. And let's turn toward the back of the mat, coming to Samastitihi. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, coming to the top of your push-up or plank pose. Engage your bundas, wrists are underneath your shoulders, and the breath is strong. As you exhale, let's bring the knees down, point the toes, come all the way down to the bottom of your push-up. Inhale, coming into up dog or sphinx here. Good. So we're not going to go into down dog like we usually would from this pose. We're actually going to come into a kneeling position. Bring the arms up overhead, gaze up. As you exhale, bring the palms together at heart center. Now, inhale, bring that left foot forward. And we're going to bring your block inside your left foot. I like to put it sideways. You can do whatever you'd like. If you want it a little higher, maybe you bring it up like that, okay? So that goes there. Now your left foot is going to come onto the side, left side of the foot, and the knee is going to point toward the left, okay? And then as you exhale, let's bring the hands down and bend the elbows, bring your head down. So again, here for winged dragon, we're going to bring the elbows down to the block if you can, or at least as far down as you can. Yeah. So a lot going on here, as you can tell. Just breathe into the hips, the right quad, the left leg, left IT band, opening up the hip, so much going on. And then as you inhale, let's bring your hands down, straighten up, before you straighten up, let's take that block and bring it away from you. Bring your hands inside your foot and come on to the ball of the right foot and push the heel back. Take the left hand and bring it outside your left foot and gazing forward for a runner's lunge. Good. And feel the balancing of your body here. And then as you exhale, let's press that right hand down and inhale the left arm up for a dragonfly. Gazing up toward the left fingers. Beautiful. Nice. As you exhale, that left hand comes down and then slowly coming up into crescent pose. So I'm kind of readjusting my feet here so that I feel balanced. And then bring the arms up overhead, gazing forward or up. Nice. Left knee is still bent, right heel is pushing back. Exhale, bring the hands down and out behind you for a whoosh. Inhale back up. Exhale, whoosh. Inhale back up. Exhale down. And inhale back up. As you exhale, coming into warrior two. Arms come out to a T, gazing past the left fingers. Bring that right hip back a little bit. Now let's straighten out that left leg and then bend it again. Straighten and bend. One more time. Straighten and bend. Outer edge of your right foot is pressed into the mat. Your shoulders soften. As you reach those fingertips. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Left arm over the left ear. Right hand comes down your thigh or behind your hips, gently pushing them forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Left forearm to the left thigh. Inhale, right arm over the right ear, gazing up toward the right fingers. Breathe. And then as you inhale, come back, arms in a T. Straighten out that left leg. Reach your left arm out and down to the niche in your floor. Inhale the right arm up, gazing up. Soften the right wrist. Inhale, come back up. Let's bring the left toes up and down. And up and down. And up and down. Inhale to sky archer. Left arm over the left ear. Bringing the right hand down. Gaze up if you can. Remember that right hand can come behind your hips, pushing them gently forward. Good. As you exhale, bringing those arms out to a T and coming into star pose. Opening up the arms, bringing them back, and then touching in front. Bring them back, maybe turning them and touching in back, and then out in front. Touching in back, and then back in front. Very good. And then let's bring the hands to heart center. Bring the feet a little bit closer so that they're just a little bit wider than your hips. Toes are pointing out, and we'll come into a yoga squat. Remember, if you want your block, put it under your hip before you go down. There you go. Nice job. Elbows inside the knees, gazing forward. Smile on your face. Doing your best here. Give it your best shot. Project flexibility forward in your life so you see yourself becoming more and more flexible. As you exhale, bring the hands down and slowly bring the hips up, gazing behind you. Good. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, arms overhead, gaze up, and then bring the palms together at heart center. Bring the feet together for Samasthiti. Toes are together, heels slightly apart, pressing the feet down, engaging your bandhas, abdominal muscles, pelvic and bladder muscles. Yeah. Lengthening in your spine, softening the shoulders. Breathing. Now pressing that right foot down, establishing your drishti or your gaze on a non-moving space or object. And then let's bring that left knee up. Good. We're going to go into tree pose. So we're going to take the left sole of the foot and bring it into the right calf or thigh. Left knee comes out to the left. Good. And slowly open up your branches here for a beautiful fall tree pose. Nice. Feel the comfort of this pose. Nice. Feel your breath. And then as you exhale, let's bring the palms together at heart center and the left foot comes down. Let's wiggle the legs. And then let's take that left foot and wrap it around the right. We're going to go into eagle pose. Bring the arms out in front of you. Left arm comes underneath the right. Palms are coming together. Elbows come up. So here you can start to bend the knees. Woo, having a little. There we go. Bend the knees. And you are in eagle pose. Beautiful. Straighten out the legs. Bring the left foot down. Open the arms and let them come to your sides. Turning toward the front of the mat. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, coming to Samasthiti. Take a deep breath. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Gaze behind you. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. Slowly, we're going to come down to the bottom of the push-up. Point your toes, come up into up dog or sphinx. So up dog, your arms are extended. And in sphinx, your elbows would be down on the mat. Both you're gazing forward and resetting that lower back. Good. Just enjoy a couple of breaths here. As you exhale, we're going to curl the toes under. We're going to skip past our dragon poses and come into down dog. So the hip comes up, hips come up and back. Heels come down. On this first down dog, alternately bending knees and elbows and walking your dog. Good. Inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hips to the right. Turn your ankle in one direction and then the other. Inhale, that right leg comes up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale it back up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. And while you're here, let's bring that right leg out to the left. And inhale, the left arm comes up. And you have a nice open pose here. Nice job. So we're changing the flow a little bit here. And then inhale, the right leg comes back up. Exhale, right foot comes in between the hands and coming in to crescent pose. Arms come up overhead, gazing forward or up. As you exhale, we're just going to do one of these whoosh poses. Back up. Give you time to catch up. I'm going a little bit faster than usual. So we just did the whoosh pose. And then exhale, bring the palms together at heart center and bring that left foot down at a 45-degree angle. Make sure the hips are facing forward. Arms come up overhead for warrior one. Beautiful. As you exhale, bring the hands behind you and clasp them. Inhale, shine your chest forward, shoulder blades come together, and bring your head down, gazing past your back foot. Maybe the hands come up off your back. Yeah, stretching those triceps. Inhale, come back up to standing and going right into warrior two. Left toes face the long end of the mat, arms in a T, gazing past your right fingers. Nice. Inhale, reverse. Gaze up, right knee still bent. Exhale, extended side angle, right forearm to the right thigh, left arm over the left ear. Gaze up toward the left fingers. That keeps the chest open. Yeah. As you exhale, let's bring that right hand down. You can use a block underneath your right hand if you want. Left arm now goes straight up toward the ceiling. Good. As you inhale, slowly coming all the way up, straighten that right leg. Arms come out to a T. Reach your right arm out and down to the knees, shimmy floor. Inhale that left arm up. Open the chest, stack your shoulders. Good. Gaze up if you can or straight ahead. Inhale, come back up, arms in a T. Bring the arms, right arm up overhead for sky archer. Gaze up. Nice. As you exhale, coming in to star pose. Ta-da! As you exhale, bring the palms together at heart center. Bring the feet in by just moving them slowly so that they're a little wider than your hips. Toes are pointed outward. Exhale, coming into a yoga squat. Very good. Elbows inside the knees. Remember the block underneath your hip if you need it there. Good. Gazing forward. Breathe here. This is great for your knee joints. Breathe. As you exhale, bring your hands down. Hips come up. Gaze behind you. Push those hips a little farther up. Stretch. And then inhale, come all the way up to standing. Arms come up overhead. Gaze up. Exhale to Samastitihi. Bring the feet together. So we're just going to do one more balancing pose. And that is half moon. So let's bring your block into your right hand. And you can do this against a wall if you'd like. And then you bring the block down. If you're against the wall, the block would be near the wall. And then inhale the left arm and the left leg come up. Good. Keeping your gaze forward or up. want that chest nice and open. If you're against the wall, your whole back, your left leg, and your left hand and your head are against the wall. Yeah, it's great. Really opens your body up. And then as you inhale, come back up to standing. We'll put the block back here and we'll come into Samasthiti toward the back of the mat. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. Slowly, let's go through your Chaturanga Dandasana down to the bottom of your push-up. Inhale to up dog or Sphinx. Gaze forward. Breathe. Exhale, curl the toes under, coming into down dog. Push the hips back and up. Good. Press the hands down and forward. Engage your bandhas. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, bend the left knee, open up the hips toward the left. Turn that left ankle in one direction and then the other. Inhale, that left leg comes back up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale it back up. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Bring that left foot out. Other toes facing toward the right. Coming into rock star pose. Right arm comes up. Open the chest. So another accommodation you can do here is to bend that left knee and bring it to the floor. Yeah, either one. Exhale, the right hand comes down, and then inhale, the left leg comes back up. Exhale, left foot comes in between the hands. Right, you're on the ball of the right foot, and inhale to crescent. Gazing up or straight ahead. Push that right heel back. Nice. Exhale, one whoosh. Inhale back up. Exhale, bring the palms together at heart center and bring the right foot down at a 45-degree angle. Make sure your hips are facing forward. Good. As you exhale, bring your hands behind your hips. Open up your chest and gaze up. Shoulder blades come together. As you exhale, bring the head down, hands come up overhead. Gazing behind you, humble warrior. Inhale, come back up, and then bring the arms out to the side. Right toes face the long end of the mat, left knee stays bent. Gazing past the left fingers. Open up that chest. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Left arm over the left ear, gaze up or forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Left forearm to the left thigh. Right arm over the right ear, gaze up. Beautiful. Breathe. Now we're adding a little bit here, bringing that left hand down to the floor. Right hand stays up, gazes forward or up. Inhale, come up to standing, straighten out that left leg. Reach the left arm out and down to the niche in your floor. Inhale that right arm up for triangle. Gazing forward or up. Inhale, coming into Sky Archer. Left arm over the left ear, gaze up. Good. As you exhale, coming in to star pose, all toes facing forward, fingers reaching into the points of the star. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, bring the palms together at heart center. Bring your feet in a little bit. Toes are pointed outward. Exhale, coming into your yoga squat. Elbows inside the knees, gazing forward. Palms together at heart center, at least close to it. Yeah. Breathe. Nice. As you exhale, bring the hands down, push the feet down, push the hips up, gaze behind you for forward fold. Take a deep breath, and then inhale. Come all the way up to standing, arms come up overhead. Exhale, coming to Samasthiti. Good. Now let's take that block and bring it into the left hand for half moon on the left side. So let's bring the block over here to the left. And then inhale, the right arm comes up. Opening up that chest, pushing the heel out. Nice. Breathe. As you exhale or inhale, come back up to standing, and let's exhale to Samasthiti. Good. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. Slowly going through your Chaturanga Dandasana. Pointing your toes, gazing forward for up dog, and taking a nice deep breath here. And then as you inhale, bring the hips up and back toward your heels, bring the knees apart, forehead comes down to the mat, stretch your palms out in front of you. Child's pose. Take a nice few breaths here. Let your whole body relax. As you inhale, come up to a tabletop pose. And we'll do a few cats and cows. Warming or cooling here, I guess would be more of a cooling exercise at this point. Letting everything relax, bringing the hips from side to side. Good. And then let's come up into a seated position. And I'm going to face forward. And we're just going to bring that left leg out and straighten it out. Flex that left foot, and then the right foot is going to come in front of you. And we wanted to just kind of extend forward from the hip and then bend at as close to a 90-degree angle as possible. Yeah. And then this would be a good time to grab that bolster or your pillow and bring it right in front of your foot. So I really wanted to get the legs situated before I put the bolster there. And then we're going to fold forward right over that bolster. And then let's inhale, placing the hand on your pillow and bringing your head up. So then let's bend this left knee. So now the left leg is coming out straight from the hip to the left side. The left foot is right behind the knee. Your left heel is behind the knee, right? And then again, taking that bolster or pillow, bringing it out in front of the right leg and folding forward. There's a little bit more of a stretch in that right hip. Notice that. And then as you inhale, place your hands on the bolster and straighten yourself up. Now let's take both legs and bring them out in front of you. And just shake them out a little bit. There you go. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to take the left knee and fold it forward, or fold it so that this left leg is coming straight up from your hip, and this is at about a 90-degree angle. Your right leg stretches out to the right. You can flex the foot if it feels good, or you can point it. And then taking your pillow or bolster and folding forward over the left leg. And then inhale, come back up, straighten the arms, move that out of the way. So now you're going to move this right leg so that the right leg extends from your hip out to the right, and your right heel is behind your right knee. And then once again, take the bolster, bring it out in front of you, and fold forward. Just let everything relax as much as possible. If you feel any tension, just concentrate on relaxing those muscles. And then as you inhale, come all the way back up, and we'll bring the legs up in front of us, stretching them out, shaking them up a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to come all the way down to a lying position on the mat. Stretching my hands out behind me and toes out in front of me. Breathe in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let your hands come out to your sides. Inhale, bring the knees up towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. Maybe you rock from side to side. And then bring the feet down, the hips come up for bridge pose. Clasping your hands underneath the hips. Press those feet down. You're welcome to put a block between your knees and press into the block to get a little bit more of a work or engagement of the glutes. As you exhale, bring the hips down. Inhale, bring both feet up toward the ceiling for candlestick pose. If you want to go into a shoulder stand, you're welcome to do that. Bringing your hands underneath your hip and pushing your hips up. The feet come out behind your head and then up toward the ceiling. So in that case, you're resting on your shoulders on the top of your back. Bring your feet above your head. Lymph nodes start pumping and your immune system gets stronger. So it's really, really good for you. Let's bring the legs apart and together. And apart and together. And apart and together. If you are in a shoulder stand, bring the left feet out behind you for plow pose. If you are in candlestick like I am, you can bend your knees, come into happy baby. Arms come inside your knees and to the outer edges of your feet. Feet come apart and you rock from side to side. Nice. As you exhale, bring the feet down. Hands come to your sides, out like that. And then let's bring the hips over to the left about 4 inches. Knees come up to your chest and over to the right. Gazing past your left fingers. Inhale, bring the knees up. Press the feet down and bring the hips over to the right about 8 inches. Bring your knees up to your chest and over to the left. As you gaze past your right fingers. Remember, be careful of your neck here. If it doesn't go in that direction, no need. It's no big deal. And then as you inhale, the knees up, straighten out the spine, and let the legs come out. Let the feet flop, your hands come to your sides for Shavasana. Letting everything go. Welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you want. Normally we would be here for 5 to 10 minutes. And it's such a great place to be after all the stretching that we've done. So just turn off my voice and finish your practice at Shavasana. If you want to continue with me, you can bring your knees up to your chest and come over to your favorite side. Renewing your mind, your body, and your spirit. And then slowly come up into a seated position, crossing your legs in front of you. Bring the hands up overhead to seal in your practice. Palms will come together and heart centered. May the God-given light and love in me reach out to that same light and love in you. Namaste. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.